Hello guys, hello YouTube, this is Flying David. Welcome to this video. It's been a while since the last video, I know, but life kept me busy. I also upgraded Prepared now to version 4.1 and I'm still improving and playing around with everything, but yeah, time is always short, so no videos since that. Sorry for that. The last weeks, however, there was a topic that got my attention. I'm planning a flying vacation in Florida this year, and yeah, there will be some videos about that, but that's another topic. During the preparation of this trip, my pilot friends and me, we of course soon got in touch with ForeFlight. ForeFlight is a really great application for pilots. Unfortunately, it's only usable in the US and Canada, not only for VFR, also for professionals, for IFR flying. A really great app, a really helpful little tool. So when we prepared our trip and we got in touch with ForeFlight, we played around with it, we watched some tutorials, but we couldn't really test it in the real world. Of course, the application also works here in Austria, but there are too many features that are really only working in the US or Canada. So I thought, why not connect it to Prepared? There might be a way to do so. It is working for the application called SkyDemon that I'm using, which is another great VFR mobile EFB, by the way. So why shouldn't it also work with ForeFlight and Prepared? So I started a little research in the internet and I quickly found the ForeFlight support forum. They suggest a tool called FSX Flight. I checked their website, but I didn't really want to invest $20 into this plugin only for this trip that I'm going to take to Florida. So I thought there must be a cheaper way. I continued my search and found the Flight.1 ForeFlight plugin for free. However, it didn't work. At least it's not working with version 4.1. So I somehow gave up because I really didn't find a way to connect. One day, however, I was using SkyDemon on my PC. I was preparing a real-world flight and playing around, and did this flight in Prepared, and it was working with Prepared version 4.1 right away. And for connecting SkyDemon to Prepared, I'm using a little tool called FSX to SkyDemon by Colin Martin. You can find it in the internet. Also, I provide the link below. And I use this app since FSX to connect SkyDemon. So it basically is transmitting the GPS data from the simulator via the Wi-Fi to the iPad, and basically it simulates and overrides the iPad internal GPS receiver. And yeah, basically the application gets the GPS signals, but from the simulator. So I thought maybe this tool is working with ForeFlight as well. I gave it a try, I loaded up Prepared, started FSX to SkyDemon and started ForeFlight, and boom! ForeFlight was suddenly connected with my sim. Perfect. So I thought this might be interesting for you as well, so that's the reason for this video. So here's what you need. First, you need to download FSX to SkyDemon. You can find it in the internet, or you can also use the link down in the description. I linked the SkyDemon forum. It is important to make some configurations. It's basically described in the manual, but the most important thing is actually just to set up the output IP address. You need to enter the output IP address that your iPad has been assigned to in your home Wi-Fi. So in this case, if you have, for example, 192.168.0.17 on your iPad, that's basically the IP address you need to enter in FSX to SkyDemon settings. You can check the IP address of your iPad in the Wi-Fi settings page. Well, the next thing, you need to start up Prepared version 4.1, position yourself somewhere in the US, and then fire up your iPad with ForeFlight, connect it to your local Wi-Fi, and now they should immediately position correctly in Prepared and ForeFlight. So enough about the theory, let's see that live on the system. I'm going to show you that now in the sim. Okay guys, welcome to the cockpit. I'm parked here in the Cirrus from CARENADO. in prepared version 4.1, here parked in Key West. I have installed FSX to SkyDemon, but let me now show you quickly what you need to do first. When you open the application, it should be looking something like that. So it will immediately find your position. It will position this little green dot here. It will show which aircraft, the date, and so on and so on. What you need to do here is you need to make sure that these icons look like that. So it should show you an active connection to FSX or prepared, and it should show that it's regularly or frequently transmitting data. This icon here is the settings tab. I will come back to that in a minute. Then here you have the option to open up the manual. So everything is described in here. Any error handling, stuff like that, can be reviewed in the help from this tool. You can enable the show track feature. You can center the map on the aircraft, and you can also log to the disk. Most importantly, for the first thing, however, is the settings. And the only thing actually you need to change here is this part here, the output address. You should have a look on your iPad with on the iPad you need to go to the settings of your Wi-Fi, and you need to find the IP address with which the iPad is connected to your local network. And this address should be put here in the output address. So in my case, my iPad is running on IP address 192.168.0.17. So I entered this address. You close up everything, restart the app, and it should that should be it. So you leave this program open during flight or during using prepared and the iPad. Okay, so let's switch over to the iPad. So I am let me disconnect it here from battery, from the charging. I mean, let me disconnect it from the charging. Yeah, so you see, this is basically ForeFlight fired up. I haven't put in a route here, but what you need to do first is you go to More, and you go to the Devices page. And when everything is set up perfectly, it will not show here no devices, but it will show here one. And this is exactly the one that the iPad is currently receiving from my computer. You tap on it, select Enabled, and that's it basically. If we go back to the chart, you immediately see the little blue dot here parked in Key West, and that's exactly where we are. That's exactly where we are parked. So that's basically it. Let's do a little flying here as well. Let's power up the aircraft and taxi a little bit in front. Let's see, where are we? I don't know. So you immediately see the aircraft is moving and everything is working as it would be in the real world. And with this information, with this feature now, you can fly around with ForeFlight in prepared and play around. Okay, so let's do a little flying here. Let's taxi onto the runway. This is now not going to be 100% correct, but it's just to show you the functionality. So we can of course switch over to track mode, track up, sorry. And we're gonna just depart here in Key West to the west, just to show you how it is behaving. So we immediately see the aircraft is moving. Oops. It is showing us the ETE. You can also have the ground speed or any other information on the bottom here. Oops, there goes rotate. Sorry for that. I'm trying to focus on the iPad here as well. And you see the aircraft is moving, the map is moving. You really can use that now for our route. It is showing the same information as here on the Garmin, on the map display. It is showing somehow the altitude. It's giving us a track, a magnetic track. It's giving us an ETE. Of course, you can change those values. I mean, that's regular ForeFlight configuration or ForeFlight usage. But the cool thing is here, you can really play around with ForeFlight. You can get used to the app without being in the real world, in the real situation. You can play around here in the sim. You can try out various options. You can train yourself to fly with the iPad, and I think this is an amazing option, and it's free basically with this method. So yeah, I think that's it for this video. It is working. Let me know what you think. Let me know if it is working for you, or let me know if there is any problem, if you can find anything that we might improve with this procedure here. I don't know, any comment is highly appreciated, of course. I hope I could help you somehow. I hope it was interesting. Maybe the one or the other is going to use this method and is going to be happy that this option exists. Let me know what you think. If you like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more videos, thanks for watching, and I wish you all the best, happy flying, and see you soon in the next video. Bye bye.